Hi, my dear friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Bhavna, and I'm a watercolor artist from India. I also love to paint in acrylics and pastels, but today in this video, I'm going to show you how I painted this beautiful autumn inspired wreath, and it's super easy, and anyone can paint it very easily. Right, so to start with, first I'll be introducing you to the colors, and the colors are pretty simple and basic. I'll be only using the 6 colors, and you can see that I have also added the swatches. So here I'm going to start by mixing the first color. The first one is I'm going to mix some burnt sienna with some orange. So here I have my burnt sienna from my Mission Mugello gold set, and I'm using some vermilion to that. So that's my first color that I'm mixing, and that's how it's looking. It's almost like a very nice bright pumpkin shade. The next color I'll be using is some yellow, and the yellow also I'm going to mix a tiny bit of orange to that to kind of give it a more warm look. And this one is New Gamboge is what I've mixed with the orange. The third green is I'm using Perylene green, and the fourth one is sepia. This is a very diluted form of sepia. I have mixed it with a lot of water to get a very subtle white feel almost. The fifth green was olive green, and this last shade that I'm mixing is red violet, which is mixed with a little bit of that orange as well. So these are mainly the 6 shades that I'll be using. Apart from that, I'll probably also use some brown here and there. Starting off with first drawing a circle using my masking tape, and I started the sketch. The sketch is pretty basic. I just made the first 3 flowers towards the side first. They are going to be the main focus flowers, and then just started and adding some leaves and twigs and things like that. And nothing much. I just kept the focus mainly to the 3 flowers, and just going on and adding filler flowers as I go. That's basically the sketch is what it's looking like. Next, here I'm using a kneaded eraser, and I'm just erasing some of the extra lines and some darker lines which kind of shows through sometimes through the color. So I just did that and then started off with my painting. So here I'm using a very fine brush. This one is a number 2 or a number 3 because I'm painting on a smaller surface, so I'm using more smaller brushes over here. If you're painting on a large surface, then I would suggest you can use a larger size brush, maybe a number 6 or an 8. Now the first flower I painted in sepia, and the second and the third flower also I have used the same orange shade, and I have added some depth using the red violet shade. And this is the first layer, of course, so I'm going to let this layer dry and then again go over this one with another layer. And so I usually do that. That's how I mostly paint in layers, and that's how I feel that it really gives a nice effect to your paintings, especially if you're painting in watercolors. Then I started adding leaves as well using the Perylene green, and the shape of the leaves are also pretty basic. I haven't really put in a lot of details there because it's still a loose style that I'm trying to go for. So just a few fine details that I like to put sometimes here and there, like over here I'm adding those centers of the flowers, and also some tiny very fine lines, just adding some stems and some leaves again. So those are the small elements that sometimes I like to add to my painting, and I feel that it really gives a really nice effect to your whole painting. Right now here again, because the previous layer has dried and Now I'm going over it with the second layer, and this one here I'm using a more saturated paint with the sepia and the red violet mixed with orange. And so that's the second layer. I just added some depth to the flowers. And now this one is Van Dyke brown, and you can use any brown. I just thought of using this brown to create some stems here and there to kind of just bring everything together and join them, and also connect the wreath, because I wanted to create those nice swirly twigs to kind of give it that beautiful this raw feel, as if they're like just attached to that. And because it's a wreath, so we needed to have that nice circle going. So yeah, so that's how I'm painting the wreath there, with the brown shade, and just it's just creating those zigzag lines, and kind of took a little bit of water and just diluted those lines a little bit, and adding a few finer details here and there, just some with a very light hand, of course. That's how you can achieve a nice beautiful loose style autumn wreath. So I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, do like the video and share with your friends, and let me know in the comments whether you liked it. This is my first video, guys, and I really hope that you enjoyed watching it and learned, and keep supporting me. You can also follow me on my Instagram account, and I will see you in the next video, and you take care, guys. Bye.